Hey everybody, welcome to Good Day Farm and welcome to my weekly thank you and appreciation week wrap up update video, whatever you want to call it. I do this video, I got a bee in here. Do this video once a week. Sorry about that. Do this video once a week and typically on Sundays. That's my goal. And as of late, either I've done it Sunday very late, and because of my internet issues, it doesn't get uploaded until actually hit the channel until Monday. Last week's was Tuesday because I actually did the video on Monday because of the holiday. And so I think what I may end up doing is making this a Monday morning video. It seems like, especially, I'm new, the channel's new. This is something I just started last fall, late fall, early winter. And now that we're in spring and coming into summer and the better weather, we're much busier on the weekends and finding time to get this video made and uploaded all on Sunday is becoming very, very challenging. So this video, today's video, probably will not hit the channel until Monday, again because of internet issues. And so that's something I'm trying to work on. I don't have a solution for it at this point in time. So something we're struggling with big time. But anyhow, before we get on to all the farm activities and things like that, I want to take this time to thank everyone for being here. I really appreciate all you guys hanging in there and sticking with the inconsistencies that I've been having the last few weeks. I've got some comments from a lot of you that, I really appreciate that, basically just saying that, life happens and you got to do what you got to do. And that's basically what's going on. It's not for lack of wanting to do the videos or for lack of, the motivation, desire, and passion still here to make the videos, but finding the time and resources to get them done is becoming challenging. So the channel's doing great with all that, with all those issues. So thank you, everyone. Welcome to all the new subscribers. In the last few weeks, for sure, I've definitely seen an uptake in members joining, and I really appreciate that. I hope you guys see these videos too, and kind of, this weekly video will really give you a feel of what the channel's all about and what I'm about and what I'm trying to achieve. So I hope you guys see these too. If you're new to the channel, feel free to comment and say hi so that I can say hi back to you. I don't always see all the new subscribers simply because of how your subscriptions are private or whatever. They don't necessarily, I may see a new subscriber on my account, but I don't see a name or anything because of the privacy settings. So if you want to, obviously, I would appreciate, just an introduction and say hi, and that way we know who you are. But by no means do you have to, obviously. That said, busy week. I made a few announcements last week, or an announcement last week, and talked about it in my video. So that, wow, bees bugging me. That is the big excitement for me on the channel. And I hope to have, I had said within a week or two, the first review video done. So I think I might be able to get one done this week, hopefully. If not, for sure next week. But so that's an exciting thing for me. I'm really looking forward to doing that. As far as stuff around the property here on the farm, busy. The weather, it's always like this here in this part of for us. We're new to this area, but we've noticed every year it's like this. We come out of winter, everything's just dead and barren, and everything comes to life so fast. And I'm not used to that. I'm used to, living in a much milder climate where spring comes a little bit slower, I guess, and you can keep up with, weed control and undesirable plants or trees or shrubs growing where you don't want them. Boy, I tell you here, if you're not on top of this stuff, it will get out of control so fast, and I'm starting to see that in some areas. Some areas we're doing a really good job of keeping things where we want it, but, it's those little nooks and crannies, and we got a space between our garage, and there's like a single car garage almost, like a shed. It's an old structure, but anyhow, it gets really out of control in there, and I'm seeing that, so that's something I got to work on soon before it gets out of hand. Little things like that. So not used to that. This part of the country really the weather, because we're in a winter type season for so long. When we our growing season, when we do have spring, is short but very fast. So that kind of stuff's really going on. The animals are doing great. The little goats, Daisy's babies, are just great to watch, and they're very playful. I just took some pieces of firewood, bigger rounds that I had, and cut some in half and made little steps and all that, and just something for them to jump and climb on. And I'll tell you what, they're just going to town on that. I may try and get a quick little 1-minute video of them playing if anybody's interested in looking at something like that. They're just great to watch. They're doing really, really well. Mom's doing good. We've been turning them out, so we bring all the other goats in towards the evening, afternoon, off of their free grazing, and put them back in their pens and let Daisy and her 2 babies out. The babies aren't big enough to really be with the other goats, and it's mainly the one, which is their father, unfortunately, the buck. He's so ornery, and we don't trust him to not hurt them, and it's mainly because he has his horns. And so if he comes up to headbutt or do something with them, he could hurt them really easily. So we need to wait for him to get a little bit bigger before, or not let him in with them. So we're going to try that, I think, this week. We may turn everybody out at once together, except for the buck. Well, he was a buck. We had him castrated a couple weeks ago, but the one with horns, we'll keep him pinned up for a little while just to let the babies get kind of introduced into the rest of the herd. This week, the vet will come for them to take care of, because it's a female and a male. We'll take care of the banding on the male, so we don't want another buck. And I've talked briefly about that before. I may go into a little bit more depth in another video, but our goat breeding program's been put on pause for a while. So we're gonna have him banded, and we'll make, he'll be a wether, and then we're gonna take care of, could be a controversial topic to some people that raise goats, but we just bud. I mean, we've never had to do it ourselves because we've always bought our goats. This is our first time, birthing on our farm. But of the 6 goats we had, only one had horns, and it's been nothing but problems from day one. All the rest, the breeder we bought them from, they just budded at a young age. And the process, obviously, I'm sure, nothing's painless, right? So, and that's the big debate. People say it's an issue and all that. But weighing the disadvantages to not doing it, between them harming each other, and we've seen the one male with his horns really not do anything that required a vet, but definitely do more damage to other things than the ones without horns to us. He loves to come up and try and spur us, getting stuck in fences, just all kinds of issues with those horns. So for us, it's just better not to have them. And these Nubians get so big that I don't want to deal with that if they have their horns. So we're going to have that all taken care of this week, and that'll be an exciting new thing for us that we've not dealt with, because we've never bred before. The chickens, they're doing wonderful. They've been out in the big coop, and we decided this weekend that they're big enough. It's actually about a month before I thought I would, or maybe 3 weeks before I thought I would actually release them out of the coop based off size. The weather's totally fine. They can free range now, and they're good enough size. They're not as big as our full grown hens, but close enough, so I feel confident. So I went in this weekend and took down their, I had like a pen built inside the coop for them. It's always temporary. I just use chicken wire and some little fence posts, and so I took all that down so that they can free range. And it's always interesting. Every time we've done this before, the first day you might get 1 or 2 that pop out, but for the most part they're pretty shy and reluctant to come out of the coop because they've been in there so long. These guys, it's been like 2 days and they're just not wanting to come out. So I saw 2 pop out today when I opened the coop up. So I'm hoping as the day goes on, more will venture out. and they kind of follow each other. So once a couple start going out, the rest realize, oh, okay, we can go out there. But it's really weird. We've never, we've been doing chickens for several years, and we've never had this issue. Usually, you can't keep them in, and these guys, they don't want to leave the coop. So interesting development. We'll see how that goes. I mean, nature will work, and they will eventually wander out, but they're being slow about it. So other than that, not much else going on. Just basic maintenance on stuff. I have finally finished splitting all the firewood at the neighbor's place. So that went one weekend past what I thought it would. I thought it'd be done by the end of May, and I ended up finishing this just one day, Saturday. I got it all finished. Had about an hour and a half left. So that's exciting. Got that all done. Now he just started today bringing loads. He'll start bringing the loads over to me, and then I'll stack it. So we still have, depending on how quickly or how his time is to bring the wood to me, I still have probably a month just to get it all stacked over here at my place. So not done with it yet, but done splitting it. So now that frees me up for other things. And speaking of other things, I got a phone call this week, actually an email first and then a phone call over the weekend from a person here locally. I'm not going to go into a whole lot of detail because we're still just talking, but it's hopefully going to be a new opportunity for me to do some stuff as far as job or work, and something I've wanted to try for a while. So I'll keep you guys posted on that. Like I've said before, a lot of things that I look at doing or want to venture into, I'm slow. I'm kind of meticulous. I take my time. I look into it. I contact, and it's a slow process. And for me, and I don't like to just say, oh, look what I'm going to be doing, because then if it doesn't happen, I look kind of flaky. It looks like, oh, I'm just always talking about stuff and not following through. So, but I'm confident enough to at least mention it now. We're a few weeks away from knowing for sure. So I'm supposed to meet with this gentleman this week, and this could be a great opportunity for me. Hopefully we can work something out. So stay tuned for that. There should be more on that coming up. Other than that, not much going on. Been super busy. Like I said, just things are going crazy around here. Work has now gone back to, we're doing overtime pretty steady. So that's starting this week. So that's going to take up a lot of my time. I don't know if I mentioned it last week or not, or I'm not sure. But anyhow, I had bid for a new position at work. I got it. So I'm pretty excited about that. Unfortunately, my work is very, very slow on moving people position-wise. So it could still be up to 2 months before I actually move to the new department and start training. But it's a done deal. I did get the position. Like I did. I know I talked about before what the position was. It's in our lab. So I did get that. And so I'm excited about that. It will be third shift, so I'll be working overnight. That's going to be a major adjustment. Not only physically, just, it's been years since I've worked a graveyard shift, but also just for the way we do things around here with our schedules as they are. Part of me thinks it'll be better, but on paper it seems like it would be better, but in real life it may not. So we'll see. But no matter what, it's a chance for improvement for me with my work, a chance to go up with the company. It's a stepping stone. So it's something that I feel like I need to do, and it'll get me on the right path. So it's not forever. I won't be on third shift for the rest of my life. Obviously, I'll have opportunities to change shifts again. So if I can just get trained and work at this, I can probably move back to second within a year, I would imagine. So that's that. Other than that, I'm going to sign off here. Struggling with my internet. We made a few changes a while back that I thought were going to be great, and they were for the first month or two, and then all of a sudden, I personally think that they changed, in their fine print, because they have the right to do whatever they want. They changed how they provide service. They're saying no, but it's just weird to me that for 2 months we had no issues and had the best internet we've had since we've lived out here, and now we have the worst. I think they changed how they do things, and so I'm kind of stuck. So that's something I'm going to struggle with, and I'll try and get videos uploaded as best I can, you guys. But it's become a very laborious process to upload them, and it's tough because I can't be here. Like I said, the one video took almost 17 hours. That's ridiculous, but I'll keep doing what I can, and we'll just see where we'll go from that. But it's definitely slowed down my ability, you know, and unfortunately my desire to make a video, because it's like I spend the time to shoot it, edit it, get something ready, and then it either won't upload because it fails, or it takes so long that, you know, just that thought of doing that deters me from wanting to make the video, if that makes sense. So anyhow, thank you again to everyone for being here. I think we have a great community going here. Got a great bunch of people here. If you're new, like I said earlier, say hi. The people that have been here in our community since the beginning and joined on since, they'll welcome you. They'll say hello. Everybody's very, very friendly, and so, you know, don't be shy. This is a good place. People aren't going to criticize you, and if they do, I'll take care of that. We got a good community. We got a great bunch of people, and it's people like you that make it that way. So thank you for being here. I appreciate it, you guys. You're making this much more. This whole project has become way more than I ever thought it would be, and in such a short time. I mean, our subscriber count may not be huge, but the the content, or not the content, the quality of subscriber is great, is phenomenal, and that's more important to me than large numbers. You know, as a YouTube creator, you want to see a big subscriber base and you know, all these numbers, that the analytics that they give you, but it doesn't really mean anything if you're just producing crap, and half those people aren't really, you know, into your channel. You know, there's methods of you know, spiking these numbers, and they're not, I don't want to say fake, but, you know, they're not necessarily true subscribers, if that makes sense. So I don't feel like we have that here. I feel like everybody that's on this channel chose to be here, and they're here for a reason, and I appreciate that, you guys. So with that, I'm going to sign off, and everybody just hang in there with me. We'll get this all sorted out as far as the internet goes, and I'll be able to start uploading more videos on a more regular basis. Until then, just stay tuned. I got some stuff planned for this week, and hopefully I can get at least 1 or 2 of those uploaded, and we'll just go from there. So thank you again, everyone. Have a great day. Have a great week coming up, and remember, it's always a good day on the farm. Bye now.